Hey garden friends, it's Destry. Welcome back to my Oregon yard. We have a break in the rain. The sun is out today. It's absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. And today I have a box of gorgeous and beautiful things to add to some really fun spring planters. So I really want to use some of these plants that I got today to create two planters from my front entryway. I'm tired of the winter look of my entryway. I want some spring color. So let me give you a close-up of some of these flowers and I'll show you how I'm going to plant them up and transform my entryway today. So first off, I just want to apologize for the noise. Of course, the minute the sun comes out in our neighborhood, everyone's out working in their yard, and I have my neighbor who is obsessed with his pressure washer. Anyone else have one of those? So he's out there pressure washing. I'm out here planting. Let me walk you through some of this gorgeous, gorgeous color today. I grabbed these at my local Jerry's here in Springfield, and these are some primroses I had left over. This is a cherry with edge. These are left over from a primrose border that I just put in an in-ground garden bed, and I will link that video below if you haven't seen that one. And then here we have, this is a ranunculus. Now I am pre-sprouting ranunculus, you guys, but I couldn't say no. I couldn't say no. Look at this gorgeous color. It just says ranunculus mix. And I've got pretty much two of everything. And the reason for that is I'm using these two planters today. So I have these two yellow planters. I'm going to be cutting down these plastic pots so that they fit a little bit better. So I've got my clippers here. And these are the two planters I'm gonna flank my front door with. So back to the plants, I have two gorgeous ranunculus that are this pretty like lavender color. I definitely went with a theme here. I have two of these white, velvet white dianthus. And so again, just sticking with kind of a purple color scheme, kind of lavenders and pinks. Let's see, I also grabbed two of these anemones, and it looks like this one needs to be deadheaded. Now we did have a windstorm that came through yesterday afternoon, and boy was it ever a windstorm. But today the sun has come out. So these are some anemones, and again, some cool flowers here, perfect for early planting. And then the star of the show here is this beauty. Look at the color on this. Now this said it was a geranium, and I'm gonna grab the tag here because I am not familiar with this kind of geranium. This is a regal geranium, elegance light lavender splash, Martha Washington. So doesn't look like the types of geraniums I'm used to. Maybe it's kind of a different kind. So let me know in the comments if you've ever worked with this type of geranium. I haven't personally, but I'm excited to give it a try. So that's gonna be my focal point there, the two big plants, and then I will fill in with the rest of this gorgeous spring color. So the first thing I'm going to do, like I said, is use these cover pots. These don't have drainage in them, so I'm not going to be planting directly in here. I'm going to clean these out. I'm going to cut these down to about the right size, and then I'm going to be using that plastic pot to pot up in for the planting. So I'm going to go ahead and set my camera up and put on some nice music for you, and we will get started on this lovely spring project today. So I do want to hide this nursery pot. So what I'm going to do is just cut down like this and then cut some of this away. And I have these kind of, you know, I don't know, they're kind of like a kitchen shear almost that works really well for this. And I can always cut more, but I'm going to just take some of this height off of this. And I don't know that I'm doing the best job here. That's a little uneven, but I can go back and kind of even this out. And I could, you know, plant directly in these planters even though they don't have drainage. I mean, it could happen. It wouldn't be the end of the world. I'm going to dump this out. But I just figured to kind of protect the pot, yeah, that's better. So there, no one will know that that's in there, and that way the plants can't actually drain. So now I just have to do the other one. And now I'm just gonna go run out to the greenhouse and fill these with some soil. start with these main focal flowers, and honestly, I could just put these in here. Now that I'm looking at the size of this, yikes. I might have overestimated how many plants I need here. Hold on, hold everything. I've got so much gorgeous color, and I do have quite a few other plants. I mean planter pots up front. Maybe I just need this. I don't even know if I need anything else, you guys, and I feel like I just broke this plant. I feel like it literally just snapped. I can't tell if I just broke this plant or not, but I don't need anything else. That's gonna do it for that. And I honestly can't tell if I just snapped this plant in half. Oh, change of plans. One plant is gonna do it for these big pots. And when I pulled on this plant, I felt like it almost like made a snapping sound. So now I'm like freaking out that I just broke this plant. I don't even know if I needed to repot that. I could have just set that pot down in there. Oh man, I don't know. Maybe I'm just gonna do that. Good enough. Would have saved me the dirt. Well, it still gives it a little bit more room, I guess, to grow. I guess I thought these pots were bigger. These yellow ones, they're really not that big. Well, I guess that'll do. Let's call that one done. And that's cool. Maybe I can plant up a few more. Well, let's get this one in here. Bonk. Okay, probably the best idea is to take this out of here. There we go. Then backfill it. I get smarter every day. Yeah, I feel like uppotting this didn't even really do much, but maybe it'll put on a little bit more size because I'm uppotting it. What I need to be doing is uppotting some of my seedlings right now. Still hope those will put on a little bit of size and keep blooming now that they have some fresh soil. So I'm gonna pop it back in the cover pot here. Yeah, that's good enough. And then obviously I still have all those other plants. So I have another, like a couple blue pots, I think, that I'm gonna go find. And maybe I can make, you know, kind of a collection of blue and yellow. I have to go look around and see what I know or what I have. But I think I have some blue pots. So I'm gonna go grab those, and then we'll do the ranunculus and the anemones in a different container, because these ones they just filled the yellow ones so beautifully. I love the way they look though. They're so pretty. All right, I'm gonna go grab some more planters. Ahead and found another pot here, and what I did is I just did the same trick with a cover pot. So I've got a plastic pot in here, which now I can't get out. It's just a plastic nursery pot inside of this one, and I didn't have to cut that one down, so that was nice. And then I just planted both of the ranunculus plants in the same planter, just kind of did like a monoculture planting, just one type of flower in the pot. I think that looks so pretty. I mean, sometimes I overcomplicate things and try to put too many things in one pot. So I'm just gonna kind of do this as a monoculture. So we got, you know, these and the yellow ones. I got 2 of those now. I only have 1 of these pots. I wish I had 2 just to keep everything symmetrical, but I just don't. So I'll have this one, and then some of my pots out there have some old plants in them and stuff. So I think I'm gonna take what's left and go look out front and see where I can incorporate these other ones like the anemones. Now the other thing I have is a bunch of tulips and daffodils in pots that are starting to come up. So I'm gonna switch out the little kind of Christmas trees I have in the front, the kind of winterscape I've got going on out there. I'm gonna take those out and put all my sprouting bulbs in the front, and it's gonna look so good. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do out here is get rid of these red pots, get rid of all the Valentine's stuff. It's time to get rid of all that. Valentine's is over. I do love having these little winter, trees in the red pots. The reason I love them, you guys, is I can use these red pots for Christmas time, and then I can also use them for Valentine's. But once it gets to be about Easter time, it's time to get them in the backyard and put something fresh out here. So these are the two daffodil bulb plantings that have just overwintered, and the pots themselves are a little dirty. I need to take a rag and kind of wipe them down, but I'm gonna pop these into the mix here because probably within a week or two, these will be blooming. It'll be really pretty. All right, so these are the ones I'm gonna refresh, and I think I have some pansies in here, but some of them are, I don't know, they just don't look that great. And I don't know, pansies are pansies, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I could do something different here for spring. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and dig out all these pansies and use what I have. And I might relocate these, and I might not. I mean, they've overwintered and they've done okay, but they're looking a little sorry. And there's a big old snail in here that I'm gonna get rid of too. So I'm gonna use my box here and take out the ugly stuff and put in the pretty stuff.
I didn't want to waste all the pansies that I had dug out in the front. These will over summer and over winter for me, so I just gave them a really good cut back and planted them up in a different pot in the backyard.
Well, this is definitely not going to be the end of my spring decorating here out in my front entryway. I usually do a lot more for spring, but at least this is step one. I got the Valentine's Day stuff gone. I haven't undecorated the flower stand yet, but I'll get to that. I was able to put a few fresh flowers out, get rid of the faux flowers I had out there, and things are pointing towards spring. So let me go ahead and show you what I was able to get done. All right, so pots are looking a little bit more fresh. I got the dianthus there. I just watered everything in, so it's a little floppy, but I'm hoping it will bounce back. The yellow and purple kind of is my theme. I'm hoping my anemones do okay here. Again, I just watered, so this one's all flopped over, but there it is. Got my primroses, and my creeping Jenny should come back soon, hopefully. I'm loving the carex grass. It's so nice here. And then up here, again, I still have a lot to do, but I got everything hosed down. I pulled out those pots with the daffodils that are gonna bloom. I got this guy here, this beautiful stunner, right as you walk in the entry, just as a greeting. I got these ones planted up in those yellow pots, which I think are so spring. They just say spring to me. And then I just reused a welcome mat I had from last year, and I just thrifted this the other day at the thrift store. not too long ago. I thought it was a pretty decent looking wreath, especially from far away and especially for outside. So that's how things are looking so far out here. I definitely think it looks, you know, less Valentine's, a little bit more just general spring, and I really like the way it turned out. I've also got a lot of bulbs coming up here, some tulips and daffodils on either side of my walk. So hopefully if those, you know, bloom all the way, I'll have even more spring color up here. Also throughout here, I've got some. I probably need to, well, I do need to clean up that ground cover though. So I'll get to that later. And then of course I'll be planting up this, you know, for spring, summer, but it's still pretty early. It's still technically, you know, only the end of February here, beginning of March. So it's a little early to be doing too much spring planting yet. All right, guys, well, that's going to be it for my video tonight. I hope you liked checking out these beautiful fresh spring flowers. I hope this video motivated you to do something in your garden or your yard. And if you need me, I'll be doing some gardening. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.